tonight.
Well, everyone, welcome back into Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Game 3 of the series between the Marion Berries and the Ridgefield Raptors. And this is going to decide who takes this West Coast League contest and series. Of course, Marion winning Game 1, Raptors winning Game 2. This is the decisive Game 3 here at the RORC. Hello, everyone. I'm Patrick McCall, your voice of the Raptors here in 2025. Thanks for making it onto the broadcast. And again, we have another terrific example of West Coast League baseball on deck. Both teams, though, have given each other some lumps, and last night the Raptors really taking it to Marion with the 12-3 win, but the Berries did have a lot of the blame on themselves for that loss. Of course, the pitching staff not as accurate as they would have liked to be. 17 walks, and certainly a season high for the Raptors, and as much as they faced in a long, long time. Didn't see that last year. They had double-digit walks in a game, but not 17, and there it was, helping the Raptors only use 4 hits to get 12 runs in that game. They would score 4 in the 4th inning, 5 as well in the 5th, and that was how things really melted down for, Marion in that game. They did pick up 3 runs in the 5th inning, and that was where the Berries were able to get something going. But other than that, it was really a Raptor runaway from start to finish, and they did get their first run in the 2nd and didn't look back. But getting into this game, the Berries will hope to forget about that, and they also have a plethora of new pitchers and players getting into this one. And, of course, we talking with Coach Brack, the Berries head coach, before the series started. He had limited number of players on the roster, about 19 were dressed, but suddenly, and they were anticipated, of course, to arrive, at some point, but they're starting to get those players in, and so that's why they've added 5 for this game, and we're likely to see them, in fact, some in the starting order, which we'll have in a little bit for you. But the Berries need that bounce back here again after winning their first game in franchise history. They lose their first in franchise history, so that is how it goes up here in the WCL. But let's take a quick look at the pitching matchup, and for the Raptors, they got to be a little encouraged here. It's Joseph Fredericks. We call him Joe as well. Fredericks from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and West Virginia, of course, the Mountaineers. And his last time out, he started the season for the Raptors at Bend, and that was, of course, a win for Ridgefield. He would go 3 2/3 in that Friday night game, giving up 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts for the former West Virginia Mountaineer. He's going to transfer out of the program, but spent 2 years there. And he does have some offers to jingle around, but he should be a strong arm to look out for, the lefty. And then Taylor Brenneman is going to be on the starting job for Marion and at Chemeketa Community College as a sophomore at a 2.13 ERA. Went 6-3, and so he started 10 times. This is his usual situation. And his last time out, which was at Clackamas, he went 9 strong without giving up a run on only 2 hits. Only 2 walks in the game as well, and 7 strikeouts. So Brenneman's going to be a tough challenge here for the Raptors, if that was any indication, and they will have their work cut out for him in this one. And, of course, we got to speak soon with Jordan Hockett. He was the Raptors outfielder who starts in this game, and we bring him up because, again, he's the pregame interview today. But also that means we're going to give you the starting lineups, and let's go through Marion here real fast. Will Stickney is the left fielder batting first. Anthony Cepeda, the center fielder, batting second. Alex Greb, the right fielder, on the outfield, batting third. You've got Jake Dodge, the first baseman, who is going to bat cleanup. It is Alkai Rujo-Wayao, the third baseman, batting fifth. Ben Allen, the DH, and sixth. Then you've got Danny Weidman, the second baseman, batting seventh. Evan Holman, the catcher, batting eighth. And Liam O'Connor, the shortstop, batting ninth. For the Ridgefield side, Taylor Takata, the shortstop, leads things off. Jordan Hawkins, the center fielder, hitting second. Coleman Halaba is the left fielder, batting third. Noah Carliner, the right fielder, in the cleanup spot. Angelo Alaman, the third baseman, batting fifth. Nolan Gancher, the first baseman, hitting sixth. Ryder Cutlip, the DH, is going to hit seventh. Evan Hawkins, the second baseman, batting eighth. And William Goff is the catcher tonight for Ridgefield again. In his second start, he is going to round out the list there in the batting order. So a lot of things here for Ridgefield to look forward to. His season high runs last night with 12, and they also only allowed the 3 to Marion. Throughout the first series in Bend, it looked like the Raptors, they're hitting the baseball, but they're working on a new drill as well to try and get behind it a little bit more going into this game in batting practice. as they feel like they can definitely do a lot better. And then the thing with last night's game, even though they only had the 4 hits, just didn't really have a lot of opportunities to really swing unless you're going to swing at stuff, of course, outside the zone. So it'll be good to see if the Berries can, offer something up. Then the Raptors can actually hit in this one, and instead of the several walks they had allowed last night, that did slow things down. But nonetheless, we are going to step aside and talk with Jordan Hockett, the outfielder going to Cal State Monterey Bay. He is in the starting order for Ridgefield tonight. We got to sit down with him, talk about what's going on in his baseball career and more. So here is Jordan Hockett, the outfielder for Ridgefield. We are here with Jordan Hockett before the Raptors play their 3rd game of the series against the Marion Berries. Jordan, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. And what's the season like been so far for you?
It's been fun. Great group of guys. It's a good team, good environment. Everyone seems to be on the same page, just having a good time out here on Ridgefield.
Yeah, and you've been hitting the ball, well in batting practice and everything. And how are you trying to work on your swing at all?
Yeah, just keeping that consistency. Trying not to do too much because baseball's a simple game. You got to keep it as simple as possible. Just going in the game with a simple approach, just hit it right back where it came from.
Do you ever get into a game, your golfers say this, they mess something up and they can't fix it till the range. Do you ever get in a game and you're like, you got to go 0 for 4 until you get the batting practice, and then you're 4 for 4 the next night?
Yeah, what's funny is the other night, I struck out twice, and I was looking back at my swings, and it's like, you gotta have one of those games, to kind of get out of that hot streak that you're going on, and but that's a good thing. You come out here with the guys, and it kind of resets in the very next day. You get to see everyone else's swings, and you kind of reevaluate yours. But at the end of the day, you just gotta keep coming out here and just keep grinding away.
Yeah, and almost have to ask to every guy at this point, are you in the portal at all, or looking for the next opportunity in the fall?
I'm actually going to Cal State Monterey Bay, so yeah, I got a home for the fall. It definitely relaxes me a little bit that knowing I'm going to a really good spot with a really good coach with Walter White there. I committed earlier this year, and yeah, it's been fun. Just knowing that I got a secure spot just to go out there and be relaxed and not having to try to do too much. Like a lot of these guys are in the portal on our team, and I feel bad for them because they don't know where they're going next, and I just don't know what I would do with that because I haven't experienced that. So, but yeah, I hope all the best for these guys, and hopefully they end up at some pretty cool spots.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you spent the past in Lynn Benton, and I want to make sure we're in the portal because I've spoken to some guys, and then it's they're in that transition. But anyways, keeping on that, what was that like? Isn't that in the NWAC, the Lynn Benton?
Yeah, Lynn Benton's. We're down in Albany, Oregon. They're the best NWAC school in the NWAC conference. And it was a great experience. Andy Peterson there, Griffin Williams, Richie Mascarenas, and Cole Stringer were my coaches the year we won it. And that was just a special group of guys. It'll always have a special place in my heart, that place. That's where I met my fiance. That's where I met some of my best friends. It turned me into a kid, into a man. There's a lot of things that goes into a JUCO player, and I think I came out on the upside from it. I had an injury that I was dealing with there, but going there kind of taught me to overcome it and become a champion, like when we won the NWAC tournament last year, which is pretty awesome. Then they got to do it again this year, so the guys that we were kind of mentoring last year got to do it, and not a better feeling to win and then see the guys that you helped coach last year do it again. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, great environment.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm assuming at Cal State Monterey Bay you're going to get to use the metal bats. Is that any type of adjustment?
I've been training with one for the last couple months. It's definitely a little bit of an adjustment. I think obviously hitting with wood bat up here in the NWAC, it's challenging because you're facing guys throwing 92 to 94 in that range, sometimes even touching 96. And then guys throwing 85, and it seems like it's throwing harder because you're in the colder weather, and you get a ball that's jammed on you and it stings, and you hit a ball to the wall and it's not gone because it's a wood bat. So I haven't swung metal since high school, so it's been about 3 years, but I've been training with a metal bat for a little bit now, and it feels it's fun. It's got a little bit more juice in the bat, juice in the swing, but it feels good. I'm excited.
Yeah, and what's the random one here? What's the farthest you've gone for a baseball game, like in the country?
Oh man, I would say the farthest I've gone to go play a baseball game would definitely be Cooperstown, New York. I got to go play at the Dreams Park in Cooperstown when I was 11 years old. Then I got to go back there and coach my brother there when he went and played in the Cooperstown Dreams Park, and it was a surreal experience. Got to go see the Hall of Fame and go where baseball began, and that was an awesome tournament.
For sure, it sounds like it, and definitely I know Little League's landscape just keeps getting bigger and bigger somehow, so it's all to look forward to. But next steps for you, what would be your career aspiration in baseball? Would you like to go pro? Would you do any coaching, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, obviously I want to keep playing this game for as long as I can, and you keep doing good things in the game, the good things are going to happen to you within the game. And there's an aspect to everything, and that's what I kind of had to deal with this last year. I was actually doing a little coaching this last year. I would love to coach, when I'm done playing, but I obviously want to keep playing for as long as I can. If that's indie ball, let's get picked up at a team, out of my next school or the school after that, who knows, right? But I would love to keep playing, but obviously be coaching. I would love to coach at the D1 level or a place that I want to call home. So yeah, absolutely, just keep it in the game for as long as possibly can.
Well, there you go. That's definitely a good goal. Again, everyone, that was Jordan Hockett, committed to Cal State Monterey Bay in the starting lineup tonight. Jordan, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you.
Well, great to talk there with Jordan Hockett. But, of course, we are just about set for the National Anthem 2 here at the RORC, and so we'll get a live listen in at that one here. Again, Berries are going to play the Raptors in Game 3 of this series. As we've reached the National Anthem, we will remind you of the starting lineups and the situations for this one when we get out of the anthem here as we take a listen at the Roar. Good rendition there of the National Anthem, and as we're set for first pitch, we'll remind you of the top batters here for the Marion Berries. It'll be Will Stickney, Anthony Cepeda batting second, Alex Greb, full outfield batting 1 through 3, and then you've got Jake Dodge, and also the Aukai, Aruja Wayal, and Ben Allen, Danny Weidman, Evan Hallman, and Liam O'Connor. That is the batting order tonight for the Berries. They're in the darker gray uniforms again, and that might have been a management change. They lost yesterday in the purple top uniforms, so going back to what they won in Game 1 could be a superstition or on plan, but probably what the Berries want to do. They also have the purple berries on the chest with that, outlined in white, and then white also outlining the purple numbers on the back. And for Ridgefield, they are going back to the black uniforms up top. They have the white pants on, the gray numbers to be, and then also the black hats in this one. Different than that first game where they actually wore the black, but then they had the maroon hat, so a little bit of a different get-up. And the Raptors will sport that as well. Joe Fredericks just about set for the start in this one, and hope to have a good one as well, as Fredericks got off to that good start in Bend. You wonder if he can get to the 5 innings here for head coach Chris Cota. Raptors have a busy weekend. They go to Walla Walla for 3 games, and they really want to have the full pitching staff ready to go for that moment. And so wouldn't be surprised if Fredericks has the pitch count low enough to have him go 5 to 6 in this one, potentially, I mean, really up to 7, though that would be quite a stretch, or would really have to be going efficiently through the batting order in order to do something like that. But who knows what we have in store for us here as Fredericks continues to warm up. The left-hander really packs a punch behind the pitches too. You know, stands at 5'9", but can really deliver it very swiftly. We've seen him getting into 90s a lot as the breaking pitch into the 70s there. And we'll see what he can do against this Marion lineup, which is still very unpredictable. Number one, they're getting in a number of new players today. Number two, we obviously haven't seen this team historically against the West Coast League in the past. There's not a lot of that to, you know, really have to contextualize everything. So here Marion is in their first series of things. Will Stickney is going to lead things off here in Game 3. The infielder from San Diego, California, going to USC. 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Fredericks facing forward. The pitch blazes up high, and that's ball 1. We start here at 6:36. And a beautiful evening here in Ridgefield. Temperatures sitting high 70s. 1-0. High in the sky, foul though on the right field line. Temperatures will get to the upper 60s by the time this one concludes later on, but usual June afternoon here, and it's been sunny, it feels like, for every situation the Raptors have been able to play here at the Rourke. Another good afternoon as the 1-1 will come from Fredericks. And that'll be upstairs. In fact, last year the Raptors only had 1 rainout, and then that was it. Very early in the season against Portland. And the 2-1 driven hard left field. That's in a base hit. Not a cheap one either for the left fielder, Will Stickney, and Marion is on base. Didn't take long as Anthony Cepeda, the outfielder, going to come back up. Played yesterday as well from Feather River in Kaiser, Oregon. 2 for 4 in the loss against Ridgefield. In Game 2, had a stolen base. Fredericks at the stretch. Bunt laid down, but it's going to go off the leg of Cepeda there and be a foul ball. Wind will be blowing, though, again towards right field. Typically does. That'd be the pull side right now of the center fielder, Cepeda. Goes with his bat. The 0-1. That is pumped upstairs, 74. And last part about the weather, we hope we don't have any rainouts. Raptors with the 1 rainout never had a weather delay. Thought that was interesting for last year, but they have been continuing to have the good luck charm. As far as that's concerned, that's on the ground, though, the Angelo Alaman, the Raptors' third baseman, and then a pump fake by Evan Jaquez, the second baseman, after 1 out's made it first or second. Won't go to first, but that is a fielder's choice, and Alex Greb is due up.
That brings us plate number 38, the right fielder, Alex Greb.
Greb is committed to Chaminade, went 2 for 4 last night. Get you through the Raptors defense in a moment here, and the double play depth is on. This will miss away. Tonight for Ridgefield, you've got Will Goff doing the catching. At first is Nolan Ganter. Evan Jaquez at second. Shortstop is Taylor Takata. Angelo Alaman back at third. Holman Halaba in left field. Jordan Heiken in center. Noah Carliner in right. Fredericks steps towards first base, throwing over, and that one not going to get the runner. And Cepeda. Raptors at double play depth here. Can they turn two. They were able to do it last night against the Berries. This one's upstairs, though. That'll be ball two. Ridgefield in game one hit into a lot of double plays itself. Actually, 2 straight innings they would hit into a double play in the 4th and 5th in game one. 2-0 pitch. And that'll be leaked outside, ball 3. You have a lot of fans patrolling around here. It's trading card night, first of the Raptors trading card nights. They'll have a few more throughout the year. 3-0 pitch. Fastball, strike one. And they are not cheap cards. You know, last year we did have the live card opening on the air, but they were pretty sweet cards. You get random mix of the bunch of Raptors to pull out from the pack. And that's going to be ball 4 back to the screen as Fredericks digs that one into the Ridgefield turf. So all of a sudden, it is going to be Cepeda at second base. Greb has walked to first. This is Jake Dodge for Marion. Dodge, the infielder from Lynn Benton Community College. He transferring out, went 2 for 5 yesterday, 2 RBIs. As this one just loops back in, a little upstairs. Now the big part about that, the rare feat, Dodge was not only making 5 plate appearances, but he also pitched in the game in a scoreless inning. That was in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0. Well, that's off the arm, though, of Dodge. He's going to head to first base. And you've got 3 on here for the Berries. Big pressure put on Joe Fredericks here early. Raptors pitching coach Jaron Hunter, who has been working with Fredericks and Moore, is going to make his way out there and talk things over. Bit of a surprise here. Berries blitzing Fredericks. They have the 1 hit. They've been walked and also been hit by a pitch. Again, last start against a Bend team that's always been very competent in the West Coast League. Fredericks able to get off to a smooth start. He really didn't look back, going nearly 4, but this has been a different story here so far tonight. We'll have to find his pitch here. Raptors still have the, important to mention, still have the double play in effect here, but the 1 out could get out of the inning if they find a way to somehow be in that situation, but you also may worry about home plate. Now Fredericks from the full windup, and he feels comfortable with that at 87 for a strike. This is Leaukai Arujawayao, the third baseman from Hawaii. The 0-1 pitch is blasted foul down the right field line. And for Arujawayao, he went 1 for 4 last night with an RBI, a strikeout. Committed to the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. He's going to team up with Taylor Takata, who's at shortstop right now, and would enjoy getting him out in this situation. And that one's booted foul. That's the only thing different for those two. They'll be using metal bats in scrimmage maybe come the fall, but it could be working on this same situation. The base is loaded. Still no score here in Ridgefield. Fredericks going to have to pick a card here with the 2-strike pitch. Does have what he wants. And the pitch to the plate. Left in. And it's going to be ball number 1. Wind has changed directions a little bit now with the bias towards home plate. It's been swirling back towards us in the broadcast booth and then out to right. Might not help hitters going towards the left. And a 1-2. And that is shoved foul on the first base side. It's definitely the harder field to hit it in, typically here at the Rourke, is left field. If you hit it out there, you're pretty good at baseball, and especially if you can hit it over the bullpen. It's a deceptive 310 to left field. 1-2 is punched into action down the third baseline. Aleman's not going to have to go home. He will instead pick first base for the out, which he does deliver in time. There's 2 down, though the Berries score, and it's 1-0 as Cepeda crosses the plate.
Now at the plate, number 9, the designated
And
hitter.
good sprint as well by Cepeda. Had he not had the extra step or two, Aleman could have gone home in that situation. But here's Ben Allen, the DH for Marion. Redshirted with Portland in the spring. Now Fredericks has his pitch taken to first. Ganter's playing it back off a few hops. He's got plenty of time to mosey over and make the out at first base, and the side's retired. Marion scores 1 run on 1 hit. They have no errors in the inning to take advantage of, and there are 2 left on base. After a half inning, it's 1-0 Marion.
Pitchers for you to watch for out there throughout tonight's game. We're starting with the Quantum Fiber coaches.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle, more of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Another glass for the hit it here sign.
We are in Ridgefield, Game 3. Berries and Raptors, and the starter Taylor Brenneman for Marion is out there from Chemeketa Community College. The righty also pitched at Sprague High School. And we'll see what he can do. He last pitched, again, in that dominant 9-inning game at Clackamas, going 9, not allowing a run. He's only given up 1 home run in the spring, 2 against the Wooden Bats, which is a good comparison here in the West Coast League, which uses the Wooden Barrel. Here's Taylor Takata, the Raptors shortstop, to lead things off. And last night, going 0 for 3. Had a couple runs, though, on 3 walks. Now he shoots that off the thin part of the barrel. The shortstop is going to come in. O'Connor with a nice cannon over to first base, and there's 1 down. This is Jordan Hockett out of Cal State Monterey Bay. 1 for 4 in the first game of the series. Is it 250 on the year and just a few at-bats.
Your center fielder from Cal State Monterey Bay, Jordan Hockett.
And we'll see what Hockett has got in store. First pitch is fouled back to the screen. Pardon me, I announced that Hockett has not hit 250, but instead has gotten a hit in all 4 of his regular season games. Stole a base in the non-league game. Now the 0-1 to Hockett. Upstairs. Well, Hockett said he likes the comfortability of Cal State Monterey Bay for the fact that he knows he's there, knows he's committed, got a spot. And then several Raptors right now not in that situation. This will dive away. And really speak on the whole West Coast League. A lot of guys in the portal as we speak, looking for that next home. The 2-1. As Hockett drills it right back to the shortstop. O'Connor beneath his legs is going to pick it up, fling it to first, 2 down. It's Coleman Holliba, the left fielder for Ridgefield, and Raptors need some offense. They call on the utility man out of Normandy Park, Washington. He hit for 2 last night, scored a couple runs, walked twice. Every Raptor, by the way, in that starting 9 walked in the game. It was a crazy one where they had 17 walks. Holliba drives it foul. That one touched off the thin part of the barrel. And Ridgefield last night wasn't able to put up any runs in the first, but they would start to leak them across as the game went on. Marion still up 1-0. And that's dotted high. Holliba playing with his brother Peter in another Raptor brotherly connection. Last year you had the Camacho twins join late. It was Evan and Jovan Camacho from College of the Canyons. 2 balls and a strike here to Holliba. This is drilled high in the air, third base side. That's going to be Arujio Wayao, who's going to drift to his left to make the catch. And the side is retired. Raptors, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in the first. 1-0 Marion when we return.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Our sponsor for our Military Appreciation Night in July.
Well, folks, we are starting the top of the second, but it is 1-0 Marion. Quantum Fiber unleashes amazing internet for any home or business, blazing fast speed, a rock-solid, reliable network, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage. And with Price for Life Internet from Quantum Fiber, you can keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Visit quantumfiber.com to learn more. Your world unleashed. Limited availability. Service in select locations only. 360 Wi-Fi and other equipment lease charges, discounts, taxes, and fees are excluded from Price for Life offer and may be increased. And we'll start the top of the second inning with the addition from yesterday. Danny Weidman played in his first game as a Berry. Went 1 for 3 with a run. He's already ready to go as the Raptors starter Joseph Fredericks starts the windup and just crunches it outside for a ball. Weidman going to the Oregon Ducks. The 1-0 pitch. Takes a big cut through that for a strike. Could be seeing him as well in the WCL again, being in the same region. He chooses to go that route down the line. And boy, he went through that for strike 2. The big curveball taken off the table. Weidman was the number 20 prospect in the state by Baseball Northwest. Playing right near the plate as he watches a second ball on the big off speed from Fredericks, who's been mostly sitting 74 with that touching almost 90 with the fastball. This is 89 away. Count is going to be full. Good crowd at the work. Everybody around at every seat in every section. And Fredericks wanted the outside corner, walks away as he gets ball 4, and Weidman is the leadoff man on for the Berries in the second inning. Second walk for Fredericks issued to a Berry. Evan Holman, the catcher, due up from Old Dominion. Native of Oregon. Now the first one down the hill. Squeezed inside. Of course, Old Dominion on the other side of the country. And Virginia, but Holman said that he chose to go there due to the way the coaches were running the program. Still 1-0 Marion. They scored in the top of the first inning. And this is a fastball shot outside. Will Goff will signal to his pitcher Fredericks to chill. Get this one over the zone if he can. Holman at Old Dominion, as a junior, hit .255 in 37 games. Here's a 2-0. That is to the backstop. It's going to leak off the glove of Goff. Fredericks is now maybe realized what's going on. Weidman's at second. Count's going to be 3 balls and no strikes. And Holman, you wonder what's the connection to the Pacific Northwest. Well, he's from Oregon, but went to Bellevue. As well, it's a little closer here to the state of Oregon as this one gets out. But they will call that a strike. Throw down at third. Weidman taking off, and he's in there. And the speed of the freshman pays off again. Now the Berries have a man at third. And that one was scooted off Goff, but most runners would not take off there. That Weidman will be 90 feet away. Now you can get a sac fly here if you're Holman. Now to watch ball 4 instead, and the second man to walk in the inning. Third free pass issued by Joe Fredericks. So it's the shortstop, Liam O'Connor, for the Marion Berries.
Liam O'Connor.
1 for 5 yesterday, 1 for 4 in game 1. Hit 162 at Willamette as a sophomore in 36 games. Here is Fredericks from the stretch, runners of the corners. This is to the backstop. Weidman's coming home. Goff's got the ball. Nobody's at home in time. And that'll be a run scored for the Berries. It's 2-0. The Raptors now, let's see what the call is here. It is Chris Coda out to speak with Fredericks here. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, while this occurs, wanted to tell you about what's coming up on the Fridays at the Rourke. We'll have home games on Friday next season, or pardon me, next week. Of course, next season, but Friday is back again this season. The Raptors, again, they went on Fridays. Everyone's going home with a free regular fry to Burgerville. That's in addition to the 7 strikeout rule we have here at the Rourke. Raptors get 7 Ks. Taco Bell feeds everyone in attendance with a free taco, so I'm out to the Rourke for all that. As Coda has talked with his pitcher, probably, I would guess, wanted to make sure he was all good to go in case there was an injury concern, but has gotten Coda back to the dugout after a few words. O'Connor awaiting the first pitch, grounding the plate. And a curveball is going to miss low for ball 1. Smell the concessions brewing here in the press box at the Rourke. A 2-0 pitch. On the ground, that's towards the second baseman for Ridgefield, Jaquez, who's going to fire to first. And there's one down on an easy out. Slow rolling to Jaquez. That's still going to advance Holman from second to third, and we're at the top of the order with Will Stickney. Stickney for Marion had the single to lead the game off. Was out on a fielder's choice later on in the inning. And stays away from an outside pitch for ball one. Raptors in this game, if they can pick up the win, they would win this series, would be their first series win of the year after dropping 2 of 3 in Bend. As that leaks inside. Raptors down 2-0 here, though. Last season, Ridgefield did get off to the rougher start, certainly turned it around, however. Started just 10-17 in the first half. As Fredericks gets the grip he needed on the big breaking pitch back into the zone for a strike. See that one corking back towards the hitter from up here. As Stickney has a 2-1. Thought about it. That one just out of the strike zone. This is the 3-1 pitch. And ball 4 as Goff has to dive to get it. Will Stickney now aboard with the walk, and all of a sudden Ridgefield with a little control concern here where the Berries were walking people last night. Ridgefield so far today has had that concern. As we are going to see Anthony Cepeda come back up there for Marion. Hit into the fielder's choice to the Raptors third baseman Angelo Alaman. Runner goes down to second, ball outside, a stolen bag for Stickney. Berries being very aggressive here. That's been their motto. We saw earlier in the inning Weidman go from first and then took second and third on pass balls. This pitch is called a strike at 85. Draws the applause of the Raptor faithful here. We'll also, as the night goes on, of course, keep a look at the games going on in the West Coast League for you. The 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. That one at 84. Looked like a changeup. As Marion's Cepeda will be battling with 2 strikes. And this is a huge out here, especially with no easy or double play in position right now. Runners at second and third. The pitch. Oh, and that one barely off the bat of Cepeda towards the Raptor dugout. We'll do it again. That was a survival reaction by Cepeda, just sort of flopped it out there. Always say, though, you never want to be looking at strike 3, and that was the effort there. 1-2 pitch from Fredericks. This one driven into the infield. He's got the baseball, flips to Goff, who catches low, applies the tag, and the out is there. Evan Holman tries to score on the Raptors defense, and PFP pays off for Joe Fredericks. The catch, the turn, and the out at home. Tucker Brack will talk things over here, the Berries head coach. That was a close play. We don't have replay review, and that's not a part of the West Coast League, so the only thing that could ever overturn a call is the 2 umpires converging, but also have to keep in mind at that point, you got to have the other umpire be convincing because it's not a 3-man crew. Tonight it's Lucas Nally and Brandon Lane. But nonetheless, call's going to stand. And we're going to have Alex Greb come to the plate.
At the plate is Alex Greb.
Right fielder walked in the first inning. Wind still blown out towards right here with the Berries up 2-zip. Fredericks from the full wind here with 2 away. And that's touchback to the nylon behind home plate. Also, while we're in it, we'll take a quick look at the standings so far in the West Coast League. Right now, the Portland Pickles, the only team undefeated in the South. They've gotten off to a great start. Edmonton and the Riverhawks undefeated in the North, though they played just 2 games. Runner going, Cepeda down to second. Goth gave a little hezzy. The right arm doesn't throw. And Cepeda is into second. Same situation before he grounded to Fredericks on the fielder's choice. Runner second and third. Now 2 outs. That is buffed out of the stands, right field side and away. It's also been a good start for the Bellingham Bells up north and Wenatchee Apple Sox. We keep less tabs, of course, on the north, but always some standouts there in the Bells, Apple Sox. Riverhawks always do pretty well. Nobody been as dominant as the Pickles in the South so far this year. 2-strike offer. And the changeup gets the job done as Alex Greb is fooled, and that's going to end the second inning. So Marion in the second picks up a run on no hits. There's no errors in the inning and 2 men left on after 1.5. Ridgefield down 2-0 to Marion.
Papa Murphy's is the official pizza sponsor of the Raptors. The best fresh made take and bake pizza hot from
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, course retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Dick Hanna Dealerships proudly supports the Ridgefield Raptors. 75 years of cars, community, and teamwork. Go Raptors!
Hope everyone's doing well out there. Thank you for tuning into our broadcast. It's 2-0 Marion with the lead over Ridgefield, and we are going to see Noah Carliner for the first time tonight. The right fielder ready to go. The first pitch, and the Marion starter Taylor Brenneman misses high. Carliner, a .500 hitter on the year in 5 games so far. Leads the Raptors in hits with 8. Going 2 for 3 last night. That was the same he went in game 1. 2 walks. Couple ribbies as he already on his way to another walk. It's 3-0. Taylor Brenneman not wasting a lot of time. As soon as the Raptor in the box, he's ready to go. As Carliner taken all the way there, we'll see one lifted up over the zone, strike 1. Now the next offer. He'll go after it, but pummel it into the air. It is comforted in the blue sky, but the catch is going to be made by the second baseman, Danny Weidman, who's barely into the outfield, and that's the first out. So it's Angelo Alamon for Ridgefield out of Louisiana Monroe. Looking for opportunities in the portal. We'll see if he has that commitment for us. Went 0 for 3 last night, had a run in an RBI, and takes a strike over the zone. Also had a hit, though, in game 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. And that is boosted foul on the first base side. Well, back with the standings in the South, it'll be a race to catch Portland as we stand. Here again, there'll be 27 first half games. As Alamon lifts it foul. You can either win the division in the first half or the second half to reach a playoff spot. That's between the North and the South. That gives you 4 total postseason spots right there, and then you get wild card teams for best overall records in those divisions outside of the division winning teams. So playoffs does feel farther away, and then of course won't start till August, but there is that scenario for the first half already really running. As this one shoots low, and it's even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Raptors infielder Angelo Alamon. Few teams winless too so far in the WCL. That one's pummeled foul again. A good at bat here by Alamon as he continues to fight. The winless teams on the year are the Port Angeles Lefties and Kelowna Falcons in the North. They've lost 5 in a row respectively. The Black Bears are 0-3 and the Corvallis Knights are 0-2. That might be the biggest shocker of them all. And Alamon drives it hard left field with carry. However, it looks like Will Stickney has got the room to make the catch in front of the scoreboard there for the second out. So Nolan Gancher, the Ridgefield hitter, first baseman from Pima Community College, and a lot of the times the DH, if not there. As that big presence, all this Raptor on the roster as we stand right now, 6'5". Out there from the very much growing and huge Phoenix, Arizona. And that is strike 1 on the big bender. On the outside corner, 70 miles an hour. Ganter went 1 for 2 last night, a run, 2 ribbies, a walk, a strikeout, and a sac fly. Quickly down by 2 strikes in the count. Ridgefield still winning here, 2-0. Losing 2-0 over Marion. And Ganter will swing and miss, and that is the end of the inning. Raptors, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after 2 there. We are headed to the top of the third. It's 2-0, the Berries over the Raptors.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others really go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
We are at the RORC here in Ridgefield, and Marion coming back up to the plate, up 2-0 already as well. And folks, wanted to remind you, if you're shattered or cracked, get back on track. Hampton Auto Glass has served Clark County strong since '89, with convenient locations in West Vancouver and East Vancouver and commas. For clear views ahead, choose Hampton Auto Glass instead. This is Jake Dodge for Marion. He's been hit by a pitch tonight. Would love to get on here against this Raptors defense, but they have only surrendered the one hit. Fredericks pushes this inside for ball one. That's been the thing for Fredericks. He hit Dodge. He's also walked 4 hitters today. Now he's going to grind it away for a ball, and Fredericks using a lot of the off-speed stuff today. Of course, it'd be tougher to hit the zone at times with that. But has mixed in the change, the fastball. And see if he has that back on track for him again. Fredericks in that first appearance for Ridgefield, a really good start for him, going 3 2/3 without giving up an earned run. 3-0 pitch. And a strike in the inside part of the plate. I mean, Dodge, the biggest two-way guy of the series, pitched and hit last night. He's going to put together a monster scorecard for this series no matter what he does, but he's on for the second time, and he has been all over the place both ways, as Alkai Rujo-Wayao is going to step up. Hit into an RBI on the ground out in the first inning. And for the Berries, the high recruit going to Hawaii. A lot of good perfect game reputation on him, as this one's scooted back in front of the pitcher. Fredericks has to turn, fire, and that's not in time. Base knock on the bunt in front of home, and Wayao is on first base. That's gotten real tough now for Ridgefield. They will try to turn 2 in this scenario, but all of a sudden the infield going to have to adjust for that with Ben Allen due up the DH. Raptor also going in the pen here in left field. Here's the pitch. On the ground off the bunt, and they are going to say that is fouled, I believe. Oh, excuse me, that is on the money to third base. There was an immediate throw down from Goff to Alaman. I believe is the discussion. Didn't get an official signal. Nope, they are calling that a foul ball. A slow trot back for everyone. That was what I thought the call was initially, but had a little confusion on the field for everyone. That'll be 0-1 here to Ben Allen, one of the 2 Allen brothers on the squad. Ridgefield in game 3 after a big win last night. Need this to take the series, got to come back to do it, down 2-0. The 0-1 offer sprays away, and that's a ball. And you wonder if Allen maybe could get away from the bunt. Might get the chance to free swing if he gets ahead in the count here for Marion as they continue, looks like, to put signs on at third. Now a 1-1 offer. Bunt shown again. This will be laid down in front of home. Goff's got it to first base, and the covering Jaquez with a heads-up play to catch the out at first. Runners adjust to second and third now. So it's Danny Weidman for Marion. Almost the red barrel, as he's going to have a good chance for RBIs. Already sporting the Oregon colorway, though, on the batting gloves today, as this misses just away. Kind of has the UP colorway, though, on the Portland Pilots, and that's a team that is typically a midweek for Oregon. A 1-0 pitch. That can's outside, and there are 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Weidman. Get a lot of good teams, though, mixed up in these midweek matchups nowadays. With an out here, the count's 2-0. On the ground, right back to Fredericks. He looks back, the runner. A slow pitch over to first, and Fredericks is going to cringe on the mound as that one gets away from Ganter. Eventually, it's going to be Dodge who scores. Here comes Waiau. He rolls in as well. Getting to third is Weidman. And a disastrous play there for the Raptors. What went from an out turns into 2 runs. And Chris Cota now going to his bullpen. We will talk about the name, number, and the information when we come back from the break. Marion starting to get away here, up 4-0 over Ridgefield.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
Well, folks, Raptors calling on to the bullpen here. It's 4-0 Marion, and Ridgefield trying to prevent more runs coming across. So they call on Dawson Downs, the JUCO transfer. Has been hitting throughout the year for the Raptors, 286 in 4 games, his average. But we have to look now at his pitching performances, and he has been out there on the bump for Modesto Junior College. Pitched to a 5.14 ERA in 9 appearances, 21 innings for the young right-hander, and that was in his freshman year. So here he is over the summer looking to get some innings in. And this, again, the first time we've seen him. We've seen Dawson a lot at third for Ridgefield. But his first appearance out of the pen, and they pretty much dedicated him to doing that here today as well, as he was not in the hitting order. But Alamon in his spot at third, as Downs will be on the left side of the rubber, as we'll get to see him go towards home here. Evan Holman due up. He walked and drives it right up the middle on a base hit. That's as good of a start as you can get off to for the catcher, who is 1 for 1, been on twice, and drives in an RBI there. Ben out, or pardon me, Danny Weidman, the one to score.
Now at the plate is Lionel O'Connor.
It'll be Liam O'Connor, the shortstop. He grounded out in the second inning. And O'Connor trying to break the spell here in Ridgefield, only 1 for 10. He's going to drive it right center field. This one twisting to Carliner. He's going to race it down, but drops the ball. Could be a play at second. Turns around, chucks it there to Takata. And the Raptors are going to get the lead runner nonetheless. So it still works out for the defense, but an awkward play out there in the right. So Will Stickney is the batter for Marion, who's got a single and a walk. And we'll see if he has something here. Hitter's attacking Downs early in the count, but he shoots it low for 90-mile-per-hour ball in the count. Kettle Corn stand the bounce house. The concessions down the way in left field here at the work today all opened up as we're going to throw down a second. The steal by O'Connor. And he's in there well ahead of the throw. Shortstop shows off the speed. And now Downs has to find his way back in the zone here with 2 away. 5-0 Marion. After that last run came across, they've scored 3 of such in this inning. Downs blazes that one to the zone. Takata going to his right, now back towards the right of the field here to Nolan Ganter. And he's going to scoop that one off the turf for out number 3. So Marion does some damage here in the third inning. They score 3 runs on 2 errors in the inning as well. They score that on 2 hits, and there is 1 left on base. We are going to the bottom of the third. Ridgefield needing a response. Down 5-0.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Let's start the inning here with Ryder Cutlip. As the Berries are back out there. Taylor Brenneman, the starter, looking to continue the outing. Berries in game 1. The formula for them was go 6 with Respi. He was the starter and did go strong. Now the pitch is up there. Cutlip, the DH, has not had plate appearance tonight. Went 0 for 2 yesterday, a couple walks, as did many Raptors. Also on those walks, drove in an RBI for each one. Count will be even here. Brenneman still with a quick pitching effort. And has his pitch tagged. Third base side, well out of play. That might get on the Connex grate. That is the Raptors merch store on the third base side. And a late swing by Cutlip. He is not able to connect. And that's the first out of the inning. Raptors tomorrow in Walla Walla. They will switch the scene as we get Evan Jaquez up. He has also not made a plate appearance tonight. Went 0 for 2 last night with an RBI, though he did have 4 hits at Bend. First pitch is in the air. This over to the second baseman, Danny Weidman. talks with his defense, calls everyone off, and makes the catch. Now 2 outs in the inning. And tomorrow's atmosphere at Borleski Stadium, number 1, it'll be warmer over there on the eastern side of Washington, but 2, it is a grass and dirt field, and the grass is typically thick out there in the outfield. Here's the first pitch from Brenneman, and Goff stays out of the way. Went 0 for 3 last night with 2 strikeouts. It'll actually be the first time at Borleski for a lot of guys, as this one's driven up into the air, first base side. They're going to talk a slide, and oh, what a catch by the first baseman, Jake Dodge, who lays out and taps the glove with Evan Holman, his catcher. Watch that one. And that impressive play be made. Raptors in short order in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. It's 5-0 Marion when we return.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, quiz retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Continuing on the mound for the Raptors.
Ridgefield down 5-0 to Marion. We are into the top of the 4th inning. Patrick McCall alongside you on the Raptors YouTube channel and our audio stream. Thanks everyone for tuning into tonight's broadcast, and we will start with Anthony Cepeda, the center fielder for Marion, who's hit into a fielder's choice 2 times. And smokes it down the line left field. Angelo Alaman not going to be able to get to that. The third baseman, it's in the corner with Halaba. He digs it out, but that's a double to lead things off for Marion. Didn't take long for the Berries to get in scoring position, as Alex Greb is the Berry coming up. Marion attacking downs here early in the count. Second time they've gotten a hit on the first pitch. The right fielder Greb has walked and struck out. And the runner's going to go to that. Cepeda down to third. Goff chucks it down there, and Lamont has to dive to get the ball. That'll be a stolen bag for Cepeda. The aggressiveness of the Berries shining here in this game 3. They have another stolen base. They've been at it all night doing so. And here's Downs with a slow wind. That's crushed foul. Raptors going to try and protect the plate here. They move in the defense. And by the way, you can close the line on the Ridgefield starter, Joe Fredericks. He went 2 1/3. Allowed 5 runs, 4 of those earned on 2 hits, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Well, this ball is roped in the left field. That is a hit. And Marion gets another man to come around. The score there by Cepeda, grabbed the RBI, and it's 6-0 Marion.
Now at the plate is Jake Dodge.
It'll be Jake Dodge, the first baseman. He's been hit by a pitch and walked as Downs comes set at the belt. Man is going to go. That's Greb down to second, but this one is going to be scooped into the air. Takata catches the baseball on the pop fly and flips to Ganter at first, and a double play One of the only things to go right for Ridgefield in this inning. They got Reb in no man's land there. Takata, all he had to do was just flip it back to first base for the out. It is now Kai Arujo-Wayao. He's grounded out with an RBI attached to that. Had a single and scored a run in the third. And down shoves it back to the screen. Marion starter Taylor Brenneman been strong so far tonight. Has gone 3 innings, is not allowed to hit 2 strikeouts. And again, last time he started, went 9 innings at Clackamas. He's now gone 12 straight without giving up a run when you include his college season and his last start. Berries with 5 hits tonight. They actually out-hit Ridgefield last night, but lost by 9. As Downs throws home. And Wayao is going to check up but go through the strike there as base umpire Brandon Lane says he goes around. Last chance to get out of the inning for Ridgefield with 2 away. Here is the big Dawson Downs in the windup. And this one painted too far low. That's ball 2. Berries will likely have some more additions too the next time they're in town to see Ridgefield in a couple weeks. And that outside corner painted well by Dawson Downs. He strikes out Arujo-Wayao, and the inning is over. So the Marion Berries put up 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. There are no errors, nobody left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Ridgefield's down 6-0.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle, more of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
We're here at the Rourke. It's 6-0 right now. Marion in front here. For Shat it or crack it, back on track. Hampton Auto Glass has served Clark County strong since '89. With convenient locations in West Vancouver and East Vancouver and Commerce. For clear views ahead, choose Hampton Auto Glass instead. Shortstop Taylor Takata, the Ridgefield hitter. Grounded out in the first inning, and here is Taylor Brenneman, the Marion starter, who pumps it inside for ball 1. And Brenneman been dominant. Shades of the other starter for the Berries in game 1 of this series, Stephen Verespi. That'll be ball 2. Verespi went 6 innings, allowed 1 unearned run on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That one tagged upstairs at 82. And if nothing else, Brenneman, an innings eater here. He has not thrown a lot of pitches either to get through the innings. This one will duck away, though. That's ball 3. Takata trying to drive the count up. So far tonight, Ridgefield's not walked. A complete flip from yesterday. And there it is, ball 4 for Takata. So right as we bring it up, the Raptors have a unique number, the first walk in the 4th inning here. It's Jordan Hockett for Ridgefield, the outfielder from Spokane. Same town Gonzaga is held in. He'll be committed to Cal State Monterey Bay. Flip on to first is not in time to Takata. It's a guy with speed that could take off here, even though the defense will try to prevent that. Hockett gives it a ride. Center field with Carey backing up. Cepeda, he's at the track and now is going to make the catch right in front of the Northwest Natural sign for out number 1. Hockett with his frame drove that as far as he could, but Takata has to go back to first. Oman Halaba popped out in the first is the batter. Halaba going to UP. And we're going to check on Takata at first. It's not in time. Always interesting to look ahead to the future, and talked a lot about the scouting services here throughout the West Coast League where we see guys fitting in, and Perfect Game creates a list of its top schools basically in their own point system. Keep that in mind, a bit of bias for all that, but here's the 0-1. And is going to scrape away. Some of the players we see here in the West Coast League, a part of these big classes, like, for example, Oregon State, which is supposed to have the number 16 class for 2025. As Halaba sees ball 2. Still 6-0 Marion here. And some other schools in today's game. Oregon, the home of Danny Weidman, the Marion Berry at second right now, playing defense. Here's a 2-1 pitch. This is Taylor Brenneman from the Berries. On the ground, Halaba shoots it to Weidman. He's going to try to turn 2 to his shortstop, O'Connor. He's got it. Back to first. That's a double play. 4-6-3 twin killing Raptors are done in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We are in the top of the 5th next at 6-0 Marion.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go!
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
6-0 Marion over Ridgefield, and Quantum Fiber unleashes amazing internet for any home or business, blazing fast speed, a rock-solid, reliable network, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage. And with Price for Life internet from Quantum Fiber, you can keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Visit quantumfiber.com to learn more. Your world unleashed. Limited availability, service in select locations only, 360 Wi-Fi and other equipment, lease charges, discounts. Taxes and fees are excluded from Price for Life offer and may be increased. Well, let's start here with Ben Allen, the DH tonight for Marion, and they lead significantly here as the reliever for the Raptors, Dawson Downs, spins a strike in. Berries have done much of the damage in the 3rd inning tonight, where they scored 3. They've scored as well in every inning. Downs tries to change that and scoots a strike by Ben Allen. Danny Weidman will be on deck here. Part of that big perfect game class we just talked about in the last half inning. Now 0-2, and that one up in the face of Allen. He swings at strike 3 and the first strikeout for Downs. Staying corrected on that second for Downs, but nonetheless first in the inning, and Danny Weidman is the second baseman. Back of the dish, he's walked and reached on an error. And a big error at that allowed 2 Berries to score on the throwing error by Raptors starter Joe Fredericks. Downs from the full wind. Now he's going to pummel this in the zone for a called strike. It's 0-2. Downs at California Santa Barbara. They are 47th on the perfect game recruiting rankings. This will be a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout. Lyman back to the dugout. Here is Evan Holman, is the Berries hitter. He's walked in, had an RBI single. Of course, again, we've been talking about these rankings, far from number one perfect or two the gospel, but nonetheless, they've been pretty accurate for where we at. Of course, have a lot of the SEC teams at the top, which hog much of the College World Series selections. Now the 0-1. Driven hard, right field. That's going to be dropped back. Dropping back, Noah Carliner. He makes the catch after the stutter, but he's going to retire the side, and that's going to end the inning. So the Berries in the fifth inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we are going to the bottom half of the fifth inning where it's 6-0.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others really go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Dick Hanna Dealerships proudly supports the Ridgefield Raptors. 75 years of cars, community, and teamwork. Go Raptors!
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Here is Noah Carliner to lead things off for Ridgefield. Down 6-zip, and that one sprays up high at 69. Big off speeder for Taylor Brenneman, the Marion starter. He's done well tonight. And dishes home. Carliner adjusts there with the back foot, but that's strike one, fouled back. Take a look at our West Coast League scoreboard here today, and game three of the lefties, not L series. The Port Angeles lefties lead 4-3. They're trying to end their winless spell. Carliner sees a strike anyways. Also got the Kelowna Falcons up 3-0 over the Wenatchee Apple Sox in the bottom of the fourth. And a ball just away from the zone. And the Sweets and Pippins in a little rivalry there in the top of the fourth, tied at 3. 2-2. Pummeled, and you can hear that bat shatter throughout the stands, but it's fouled away. First base side. The Bend Elks trying to bounce back after yesterday's loss, leading 3-1. Head in Springfield in the top of the fifth, and Carliner drizzles a base hit to right field. Just pulls that one right down in front of Alex Greb, the right fielder, for the hit. So this is Angelo Alaman for Ridgefield, the third baseman who flew out in the second. Look at the sign by Raptors coach Chris Cota. Also, look at the North Division. The North Paws leading 6-2 in Bellingham. That game in the top of the fourth at Joe Martin Field. Allemande will swing and miss. Edmonton at Remax Field leading 6-0 over Victoria. And in the bottom of the second at Walker Stadium, Corvallis and Portland tied at 0. Keep an eye on that Knights Pickles game. That could be a big matchup down the line. Played last postseason, and the Pickles won the division there to advance on to the finals. That'll be fouled away. That was really a big moment for West Coast League history because it ended a stretch of 7 straight Corvallis titles in the league. And the Pickles have been one of the fun teams in the league, of course, but also one of the winningest teams now, and they look to maybe start something down there in Portland. As Allemande will stay away from 82 inside. Now, 7 in a row is going to be a tough feat. We'll say that right here and now. Not only you have to be very good, but a lot to go right over the course of those postseason runs. Allemande now going to drop the barrel in the zone. This one scooped to center. This is Cepeda who calls everyone off and makes the catch, and that is the first out of the inning. Nolan Ganter, who is a first baseman, struck out in the second. And Ganter from Pima Community College. See if he finds a home here over the course of the summer. And that one's on the outer black for strike 1. Great JUCO circuit early in Arizona, and it's just gotten better with the growth of cities like Phoenix and Tucson, where Pima is, and now Ganter drives it left field. That is smoke just in front of Will Stickney for the base hit. Raptors trying to soar here in the 5th inning, down 6-0. Do have 2 hits, and that's their first 2 of the night as well. So it's Ryder Cutlip, the DH. He struck out in the 3rd, and it looks like Raptors are starting to adjust. Brenneman not as much of the heat on the pitch, but does have the velocity. Raptors have weighted back here on the pitches and are starting to drive the baseball around. Of course, all West Coast League teams, we just went through the scores, are going to be starting their weekend series tomorrow. And if you don't know the typical schedule, as Cutlip sees a strike, you'll have a series Tuesday through Thursday and then Friday through Sunday with the off day on Monday. The 0-2. And Cutlip down on that curveball on the 0-2 pitch. He'll swing out of the box there, a strikeout. There's 2 down. It'll be Evan Jaquez, the second baseman. He popped out last time up. Went 0 for 2 as well in the first game of the series. Now drives it just down the line and foul in front of his 2-time head coach, Chris Cota. Hit .320 for Cota in the spring in California at the College of the Canyons. Holds the barrel with that long white sleeve. And that one up near his eyes for a ball. Tonight, Taylor Brenneman, part of the reason he's been able to stay in the game, he's mostly kept ahead of the Raptor hitters in the count. Last night was one to forget for Marion, 17 walks by the pitchers. This is driven out of play. And just a lot of uncompetitive counts last night for Marion. They would have 4 pitch walks, 5 pitch walks a lot, but it's much different here under the starter, Brenneman. 2-strike pitch. Driven hard by Jaquez. This is going to scoot back Stickney, and he makes the catch, though, to retire the side. So the Raptors, after 5, unable to put up any in the inning. They had 2 hits there and left a couple on, but we're going to return for the top of the 6th, where it is 6-0 Marion.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle, more of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
We are at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex here. 6-0 Marion over Ridgefield. First pitch from the California Santa Barbara commit, Dawson Downs, is going to get too far outside. This is the hitter, Liam O'Connor. He's 0 for 2 and drives it to left. That's got carry, although it is Coleman Hollaba who's going to raise the glove out there and make the catch as the wind helps push it toward him hit as well. Will be one down. Back at the top of the order with Stickney, the left fielder, who's got a single, a walk, and a ground out.
Now at the plate, it's Will Stickney.
Marion out in front here, and Ridgefield kept in check. They did get a little momentum, 2 hits in the last half inning. But there's going to have to be a little more than that to come back in this one. As Downs is already down the hill. This pitch driven hard center field. This is Hockett who goes over the shoulder there, makes the catch with a little dance included there, and there's 2 down. So it is the second man of the order, Anthony Cepeda for Marion. With 2 away, nobody on base. Raptors have a swift inning right now as Downs causes a foul ball. He's starting to settle in here and came into the game, was hit 2 straight times, and then got a double play, a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 last half inning. He's got 2 straight in this inning and has all of a sudden put down 6 in a row. And misses inside with 79. I rallied the Raptor here at their work, telling the fan something about his chicken tenders right below our press box. The 2-1. And that is a ball as well at 77. Barry's the newest team in the West Coast League this year. Ball 4 from Downs. Only their first ever series as well. And Downs will not face the minimum. Instead, Alex Greb will be the right fielder to come up to the plate. Plan to play at Willamette University, though if you didn't hear the news about our broadcast earlier, they of course have to wait on their inaugural season being played at Chemeketa CC as the field not ready at Willamette, but it'll be 1-0 here to Reb. His walk, struck out, and singled with an RBI. He pitched to the plate. That's fouled away. Guess you can get through the first stretch, though, and all the road games, you'll enjoy some home games eventually, but Marion almost a MLB level road stand to begin the year. This one shoved back to the screen through Goff, and he's going to have to chase it back there. Runner's going to advance to second base now is Cepeda. And I believe as well, just as that happened, I realized Jackson Upton is in the game, the catcher from Yakima Valley, as we get a swing and miss. So Upton now doing the catching, Goff out of the game. The catcher had the pop out in that third inning. Here is Downs back down the bump. That is a miss low. Raptors carrying three catchers right now. They got Nate Olmos from Jamestown, Jackson Upton from Yakima Valley, and Will Goff as well from Clackamas Community College. Now a 3-2 with 2 away. And a swing and miss, and there is the nasty off speed from Downs. Greb couldn't find it down low, and that's the inning. Raptors allow no runs. There are no hits, no errors, and one left on. Marion still out in front by 6.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, post-retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Well, folks, it's 6-0, and Ridgefield down here to Marion. Jackson Upton, who entered the game last half inning as the catcher, is now at the plate. So far on the year in 3 games, has the 1 hit. Stays off a pitch, and Taylor Brenneman gets ahead for a strike. Marion starter now 5 deep. Could get 6 through this half inning. That's driven hard by Upton, third base side. This is Arujo Wayao with a rifle across the diamond, and that's the first out. So Upton will stay with a 1 hit on the year. Marion good defensively that time. Arujo Wayao has had the strong arm at third, is delivered on every throw. Taylor Takata has grounded out as well and walked in the 4th inning his last time up. Here is the first pitch. Bunt laid down, foul, third base side. Ridgefield down there in the bullpen does have an arm up and loose. Looks to be Owen Harper as Upton smashes it into left. That is right near Arujo Wayao, but it's going to boot off the screen. And Downs has been very effective since he gave up that run initially. Outside of that, ignored the pressure on and started to hinge down. He's gone now 3 2/3, allowing the 1 run, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Might be his final line. As it dishes outside, of course, the Raptors starter Joe Frederick went 2 1/3, allowing 5 runs. 4 of those were earned on 2 hits, 5 walks, and a strikeout. And Takata slashes it foul. Taylor Brenneman's already faced 18 Raptors and gone 5 1/3. Not giving up a Ridgefield run, just 2 hits. And Takata shoves it over to first base, played off a few hops by Dodge. He'll give it over to his covering pitcher in Brenneman for the second out of the inning. So it's the center fielder, Jordan Hockett. And a hard drive to center his last time out that backed up Cepeda to the warning track. And with 2 away, the wind blowing to right. Brenneman from the wind. Half swing by Hockett, goes to the shortstop O'Connor, got it off the turf. The fling to first is in there, right at the chest of the first baseman Dodge, and the inning is over. No runs again for the Raptors in the 6th inning. They're still down 6 as well as we're headed to the top of the 7th.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952. For over 7
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Welcome the Raptors' Owen Harper onto the hill. And it's his first appearance of the day. He is stepping in, the lefty from Phoenix, Arizona, and Paradise Valley Community College. Winning an inning and 2/3 at Bend. Allowing 3 runs, he'll face Marion's Jake Dodge. This one drilled foul. Dodge been hit by a pitch, walked and popped out. Raptors in the last half inning, if you're just tuning in, went 1-2-3. Trying to figure things out here offensively. Only the 2 hits on the night. Berries have scored 6 in 5 hits. This one shot to the left. And that is going to be playable, though, for Angelo Alaman, who battles the sun. The crowd in front of his face makes the catch. Nice play there by the Louisiana Monroe transfer for the out. It is Leao Kai Aruja Waiao, who has grounded into an RBI in the first, had a single and a run in the third, and struck out in the fourth. It's the first pitch to the Hawaiian. And a swing and a miss. And Harper, lefty at Sunny Slope High School, was rated as a follow overall and as a lefty, not only in the nation but in the state of Arizona by Perfect Game. Now he drills a low pitch, and that one countered foul down the first base side. Tell you what, the Berries should just start wearing the gray every game. I don't know what the home uniform is for them, but look, they have a run margin of plus 12 right now with these uniforms on, including game 1. And that has been their lucky charm so far. Of course, not reality. It's more about the offense they've put together, but love to be superstitious in baseball. It is a 1-2 count here with one away, nobody on. And on the ground and foul. Well, a lot of sports with the jerseys, they're getting rid of the home and away designation. Used to be it was all strict. You had to have a home uniform, a road uniform. Certainly in the NBA, they've done away with this now. Kind of just wear whatever you want out of your array of uniforms. Maybe that'll be a thing for the Berries when they get to play at home, but that'll not be until later in the month. The 1-2 from Harper. And a swing and a miss. Coming in at 88 on the radar gun. That fools Wyau, and there is 2 down in the 7th inning. This is Ben Allen, the DH for the Berries. He's 0 for 3. And suddenly stands as the last chance here in the inning with the Marucci baby blue bat. Harper's defense scooted back behind him. Drops this one down low for a ball. So far a quicker game tonight than yesterday. That one nearly as old as 3 hours. Went 2 hours, 58 minutes. Harper down the hill. There he paints 87 for a swing and miss. Definitely deceptive movement for Harper on his pitches. Is not going to blow by with velo on the radar gun. Delivers another swing and a foul ball. Certainly a lot of that in the West Coast League. Raptors had last year a few guys who could really spin it. Just to name a few, you had Zach Todd in that mix. Blake Hammond, a hard thrower. The pitch, swing, and that is going to end the inning. How about Owen Harper, the reliever? 2 strikeouts in the 7th and a scoreless 7th for Marion 2. It's 6-0. The Berries on top when we return.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, course retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
We're here in Ridgefield. It's 6-0 right now. Marion on top of the Raptors, but we got a new pitcher, and it is Alex Chavez into the game. You can also close the line on Taylor Brenneman, the starter. He goes 6, allowing no runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts for the starter. Good day for him, and shout out to Brenneman, who had his best stuff on the mound, but now it is Going to be Alex Chavez out of Loyola Marymount. That over in Los Angeles. Had 11.1 innings in the spring. That on 18 appearances, 17 walks, 11 Ks. His ERA probably not where he wanted it, 14.29. But his last time out against San Diego, got 2 outs without giving up a hit or a run. So here's the first pitch to Coleman Holliba. That pops high at 94. Holliba on the day has popped out and grounded into a double play. Smokes it foul, and this is where Raptors will have to really adjust. The fastball coming out mid-90s bout for Alex Chavez here. Now that's pummeled back, and the starter, of course, Taylor Brenneman, was working mostly in the 80s. In fact, I don't think touched 90 throughout the start at all, so this will be some adjustment here, a little swifter to the plate. Chavez pitched in game 1, went an inning and did not give up a run or a hit. And Holliba strikes out. Third strikeout of the series for Chavez, and there's one down. This is the right fielder, Noah Carliner. He's 1 for 2. Chavez out of Orange Lutheran High School will roll again here. That is Blaze 94 down low for ball 1. His father played at El Camino College. Chavez a team captain during his senior year. That's a little inside for ball 2. Good hitters count for the Raptors right fielder Noah Carliner. And he goes after a low pitch. That one smoked foul on the first base side. Carliner himself already been around the block in baseball and so far been the hottest Raptor offensively to begin the season. As the pitch is put up in the air, this behind home plate might be a play on it for the catcher who watches that, Evan Holman. And that'll be a foul. We'll do it again. Carliner's played in collegiate leagues before, has been to 3 different colleges. Was a 2-way baseball and football player at Fountain Valley High School. And stays off a 2-2 pitch outside. It is a full count here with 1 away. Marion scored in each of the first 4 innings to build the lead. Carliner's got ball 4. He's at first. It'll be Angelo Alaman, the batter, who's flown out 2 times. Recapping that first, Marion earlier on in the game able to push a run across on the ground out RBI by Marusha Wayao. They then had Dajan Wayao score in the 3rd on the error by Joe Fredericks. Evan Holman also got an RBI. That on a single, and then in the 4th inning, a score from Anthony Cepeda, who doubled to lead off the inning. And that'll be ball 1. Alaman watches that one roam away from Holman. And as a result, we've got Carliner scooted up to second base. He's got a couple step lead off second. And Alaman raises the arms as 89 is touched down low. Raptors will play tomorrow in Walla Walla. That begins a 3-game series. Pitch to the plate. Up and inside towards Alaman. Last year, Ridgefield going to Walla Walla to end the year. They would win one of those games. That was game 2, 7-5. 3-0. All 4. Alaman's at first. Carliner at second. Nolan Ganter, the Raptor hitter, is 1 for 2. Ganter, one swing here, could try to put the Raptors back in this one. Ridgefield's needed the big hit tonight. He does have one of them. There are 2 total Raptor hits here in the 7th inning. This is Chavez down the hill and causes a swing and a foul ball. Marion, of course, new to the league, so the Raptors didn't play them last year. They would instead play the North Division 2 times. They welcomed Victoria to Ridgefield and went to Bellingham. Because of the extra South Division foe, they only have 1 North Division team to play this year. That's a strike over the zone. And later on in the schedule, eventually, the Harbor Cats will be in Ridgefield as Ganter shoots it foul. Count will be 0-2 here with 1 away. Raptors still down 6. Harbor Cats, another team Ridgefield had the best of, though last year they would sweep the series as this one's grinded foul. Ganter trying to battle here, went down early with the 2 strikes in the count. Chavez still working from the stretch. He's got an arm or 2 and a loose warm up in the pen, and this one's blasted to right field. That is going to be a slide and a nice catch by Alex Greb, the Marion right fielder. That one bashed off the bat of Ganter. Couldn't complain with the result there. A nice play, and there'll be 2 down. This is Ryder Cutlip, the DH. He's struck out 2 times. Chavez picks a card, the throw home. It's up there at 94. It causes a swing and no dice for Cutlip. Evan Jaquez on deck, who hopes to have a plate appearance this half inning. Here is the 0-1. This is outside and ball 1 of the count. Raptors hammering those cowbells here for this pitch with 2 away. And another swing and a miss for Cutlip. Ryder out of Gonzaga now in the portal. A lot of D1 scrimmages for him and redshirted the season. And blast this pitch foul. Raptors only 2 hits today, 5 for Marion. Marion has out-hit Ridgefield in every game of the series. 1 error committed by the Raptors earlier in the game. And Cutlip down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. That ends the 7th. Raptors in the 7th, no runs, no hits, no errors. There are 2 left on base. We are going to the 8th inning, Ridgefield down 6.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Six to nothing, Marion in front of Ridgefield. We are here into the top of the 8th inning. And the Berries come out with Danny Weidman to lead things off. He struck out, reached on an error, and walked in the second. That is the Raptor reliever Owen Harper down low with a miss. If you're just tuning in, Joe Fredericks was the Ridgefield starter. He went 2 1/3, gave up 5 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Harper. His pitch fouled back. Downs went 3 2/3. Dawson Downs out of California, Santa Barbara, went 3 2/3. Gave up a run on 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for the reliever in his first appearance on the mound for the Raptors. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's Weidman, who's up empty. Harper, a change of velocity and location from Downs as well. Now the 2-strike offer. That one cut up onto Alamon at third. He's going to charge in after gloving it and smokes it on to first base for the out. So it's Evan Holman, the catcher, who he's walked, singled, and flown out. RBI attached to that single back in the 3rd inning. Marion all of a sudden hasn't really done much either since that 4th. They have gone 3 frames scoreless in a row. In fact, haven't had a hit since the 4th inning when Alex Grabbett an RBI single to drive in Anthony Cepeda, who led off that 4th with a double. Harper's pitch missed by Holman. Taking a look at the scores again out there across the West Coast League. The Kelowna Falcons now leading 3-1 over Wenatchee in the top of the 6th, as that's placed back foul. We're in the bottom of the 5th with the Port Angeles Lefties well on their way to their first win over Nanaimo. That is 9-4 the score. Lefties on top. The Walla Walla Sweets lead 7-3 over Yakima Valley, top of the 5th. Harper's pitch in the air. Right field, Carliner in front of Jaquez makes the catch, and there are 2 down in the inning. This is the shortstop, Liam O'Connor, who's 0 for 3. The Bend Elks down to the Springfield Drifters 6-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The North Paws lead the Bells 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th, and the Riverhawks still up 7-1 over the Harbor Cats in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch. Harper able to get O'Connor to swing the sword and can't come up with it. It's 0-1. Down the road in Portland, the Pickles lead 2-0 over Corvallis. And that's pummeled back to the screen. I would have to check that, but if the Pickles get the sweep, probably be one of their strongest starts in franchise history, and also maybe the worst start for Corvallis in its history, even at just 0-3. 2 strikes here, Harper from the stretch. Should say the full windup, pardon me, but it's a ball upstairs regardless. Wind still with the dose towards right field here as we've gone on this evening. The 2-strike pitch. That pummeled the center field. Hockett under it, though, with not a lot of movement, and he's going to make the catch above his head, and the side's retired. And the Berries going in short order in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Ridgefield got to get some hits here in the bottom of the 8th, down 6.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
At the RORC for Game 3 of the series, Barry's threatening to take the series, and they call to the bullpen. Hunter Schwenk now coming out, the righty. And of course, folks, before then, wanted to remind you, Quantum Fiber unleashes amazing internet for any home or business. Blazing fast speed, a rock-solid, reliable network, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage. And with Price for Life internet from Quantum Fiber, you can keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Visit quantumfiber.com to learn more. Your world unleashed, limited availability, service in select locations only. 360 Wi-Fi and other equipment leases, charges, discounts, taxes, and fees are excluded from Price for Life offer and may be increased. So Schwenk comes out, the righty from Chemeketa Community College. 6.92 ERA in the spring on 4 appearances, limited time. He last pitched against Clackamas on May 11th. Allowed 2 runs in nearly 4 innings of work on 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for the righty. And we will see him go. Evan Hawkes due up for Ridgefield, the second baseman's 0 for 2. And the first one boots off the wood behind home plate. Schwenk, a pitcher with the Drifters last season. That's in Springfield, a few miles off the campus of the University of Oregon, a West Coast League spot. Now the 1-0. Hawkes thought about it. It's a ball down stairs. Schwenk went 25 2/3 with the Drifters last year. 23 walks, 17 strikeouts. And threatening to walk Hawkes here as it's quickly 3-0. And Chris Cota down there at third for Ridgefield, stretching out. Raptor head coach. A little update, he's taken off the hoodie I thought he had on earlier in the game as we've gotten cooler here. Definitely a different decision. Most are making it the work as this one scoots outside and Hawkes sees ball 4. Jackson Upton, the catcher, is up for Ridgefield 0 for 2. We'll see if he finds his way on. Upton out of Vancouver, Washington, and Yakima Valley. Also played at Prairie High School. And this is going to drift away for a ball. Ridgefield down 6-0. They allowed Marion runs in the first, second, third, and fourth. And have not scored all game with just 2 hits. And this is tagged in the zone for a strike. Upton entering the game after the starter was William Goff, the catcher. Played into that 4th inning, but removed in the 5th. And that'll be upstairs, 2-1. Windy night here at the Rourke. Ridgefield going to be back home for all 6 of next week's games after a road trip to the Walla Walla Hills. That one's drilled foul. It'll get a lot warmer than it is here over there in Walla Walla. Counts even at 2. Raptors need a rally here down late. Got 6 outs to work with to find something. They are being aided right now by the misdirection of Hunter Schwenk. That's ball 3 in this count. He's already walked 1. There is action in the Marion bullpen as well. And that's ball 4 outside. 2 straight have walked in the 8th inning. Marion live in the pen. Bringing an arm here, but that might be a decision that have to come sooner than later for Tucker Brack, the head coach of the Berries. As we get a small delay for Holman out to check on his pitcher. It'll be Taylor Takata at the top of the order for Ridgefield. He's grounded out 2 times, walked in the 4th inning.
Now back at the top of the order for your Raptors. Here's your shortstop.
Here is Takata.
Taylor Takata.
A big hit here would go a long way for Ridgefield. They had some guys on in the 7th too. Similar situation. Raptors had walked 2 then, and then they end up getting out with no runs. As Takata's seen strike 1. Now he drills it right side of the infield. Weinman has it go through his legs. It dribbles into right field. Coda's putting the wave on Upton to the plate. The relay is not in time. That is Evan Jaquez on the score. Upton up to 3rd. Takata at 1st, and it's 6-1 Raptors. That going down as an error on Weidman, the second baseman. Jaquez scores Upton at 3rd. We'll see if Jordan Hockett can move the line. And that is a strike. 0-1 here. And we get a check on first. It is over there, not in time. We have a strike in the count. Raptors down 5. This one upstairs.
I got a fever. The only prescription is more caffeine.
And right now, Hockett looking for that first hit, a big grinder at the plate. Community college transfer. There it is. He finds the pitch he was looking for. It's in the alley right center field. Going to roll all the way to the wall. Upton on the score. Takata coming around 3rd. A 2 RBI double for Jordan Hockett. Well, folks, it's 6-3 now. Raptors only down 3, and the big hits right when they needed them. It's Coleman Hollaba, the left fielder, who is 0 for 3. On the mound, here comes Hunter Schwenk. His pitch drilled right back to his glove. He's got to field it behind the mound. Turns, fires in time. And that's just the first out of the inning. That's going to move. The Raptors Hockett to 3rd. Noah Carliner is up. Carliner's walked, singled, and popped out. So it looks like Marion is going to have to call to the pen here. And the Berries going to their cages down there and bringing a man out. Down 3 of the Raptors with 1 out in the 8th inning. They try to rally. When we return, we'll give you the name, the number, the info on the new pitcher.
Great baseball, great fans, and a great community. Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to support the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 75 years, we've been a local family-owned business that believes in teamwork, giving back, and doing things the nice way. Just like the Raptors, we know that success comes from dedication, passion, and a great team. So whether we're cheering from the stand or helping you find the perfect ride, we're here for you. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Summer camp, June 24th and 25th. The baseball summer camps.
6-3, Marion leading Ridgefield here. The Raptors have scored 3 in the half inning, and a new pitcher is needed for Marion. Folks, if you're shattered or cracked, get back on track. Hampton Auto Glass has served Clark County strong since '89 with convenient locations in West Vancouver and East Vancouver. And commas for clear views ahead, choose Hampton Auto Glass instead. This is the right-hander, Joseph Perez, out of Chaminade in Hawaii. He pitches again. He pitched in Game 1, went 1 inning without allowing a run, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. On the line of Perez, he faces Ridgefield hitters again and has to deal with a Carliner due up first here. Carliner has a walk, a single, and a pop-out in the second. For Perez, a 3.26 ERA at Chaminade in the spring. We'll see if he delivers more of that like he did in Game 1, the scoreless side. Carliner digging in. Swing and a miss in 85. Well, the Raptors with a 12-3 win last night. Gonna need at least 7 to get the job done here. This is blasted right field. That sends back Greb. He's near the track, is gonna make the catch, but forfeit the run. Here comes Jordan Hockett. And an easy sac fly for Noah Carliner. Raptors now down 2. Well, the line moving effectively since we started this inning. Evan Hawkes, Jackson Upton both walked, and then after that, Taylor Takata reaching on the air by Danny Weidman. The double by Hockett. Hollabaugh grounds out. Carliner with a sac fly means the bases are empty. And it's Angelo Aleman who's 0 for 2. First time Perez faces Aleman and leaves it upstairs. And Perez was at Glendale Community College for 2 seasons before going to Chaminade. Here's a 1-0. Drilled by Aleman, center field. That'll send back Cepeda a few steps. He gathers, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Raptors in the 8th inning do strike for 4 runs, doing that on 1 hit. There's 1 error in the inning, nobody left on base. We're going back to the 9th inning at 6-4 Marion. Rally time for the Raptors trying to hold them.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors. For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
At the plate is Will Stickney.
Will Stickney due up here for Marion. Berry's up 6-4, just surrendered 4 in the last half inning. And this is Owen Harper on the hill. And the Raptor reliever leaves it outside. That's a ball. We can close some lines here for the Marion relief. Hunter Schwenk just goes the third of an inning, allowing 2 runs that were earned. 4 runs in total on 1 hit, 2 walks. Harper back in the zone with strike 1. Leading off the top of the ninth, the top of the order for Marion, but also had Alex Chavez pitch a scoreless inning. He had 2 strikeouts too. Harper ahead in the count there, 86 on the gun. Marion's Dawson Downs, the last pitcher before Harper, and he went 3 2/3, handled a lot of the middle innings. And Harper loosens that. That shocks a fan behind home plate. It's the natural reaction to get out of the way. It doesn't feel like the net would hold the pitch, but it always finds a way. Especially when you're sitting back there, at least last thing you're expecting is that. But there's a swing and miss, and Harper raises the elevation there with the fastball, gets the out, and there's 1 down. Marion, the team from Salem, up 6-4, but we'll see if they can put something together here in the 9th inning. They have not been having any success really since the 4th. As Cepeda steps up, he's 1 for 3, and that one's dodged up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. And with Marion, they will be able to track out of this series, at least with maybe some sort of offensive identity, as they've got now a few games with everybody in store. The pitching side will be tough to figure out when you go on the road for them. Here's the 1-1. That is sharply hit and fair down the third base line. Lamont not going to get there, and that's a single for Anthony Cepeda. As Alex Greb, the right fielder, is up. He's got to hit a walk and 2 strikeouts. We'll mention the hitting and everything with that, as number 1, Berries have looked good in that department here. Have scored now quite a few runs this series. Had 9 in the first game, 6 here, 3 yesterday. That's a ball upstairs. But the pitchers traditionally in the West Coast League, not everybody going to go on the road trip. And so that will matter for who gets selected, who's going to go pitch. Not going to have all the weapons in the arsenal. This one's booted back to the screen, a foul ball. Long bus ride for the Raptors tomorrow morning to Walla Walla to begin their series. This pitch blasted foul on the first base side. For the Berries, they will have the Portland Pickles just down the road on deck. That'll be an easier ride for them. They play out of Salem, so you only have to go up to Portland. A few miles closer. And then they go back up north to Cowlitz, about a 30-minute ride from Ridgefield. This is hit foul. After that, they will be up at Goss Stadium in Corvallis for 3 games. And an additional 4th on the doubleheader. That's scheduled to be a Phantom home game. After that, they're back here at the Rourke. Harper's 1-2 with a 2-run deficit. Swing and miss again. 2 strikeouts for Harper in the 9th, and the Berries down to Jake Dodge here. Could be their last batter of the game, potentially. He's popped out twice, walked and been hit by a pitch. Doesn't have his first hit. Now Harper's got one of the rundown, throw to Ganter, back to Takata. On the attempted steal, Alex Greb is caught stealing. Raptors out of the 9th. They give up no runs on 1 hit. There are no errors, nobody left on base. Ridgefield needs 2 to extend this game when we return for the bottom half of the 9th.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952. Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh-cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
We're in the 9th inning. Raptors needing 2 runs to extend this game into extras. 3 runs to take the lead and win it. We'll start with Nolan Ganter, the relief pitcher. Joseph Perez finds the zone. It's 0-1. Ganter's 1 for 3, pardon me, on the evening here. 1 strike pitch. The defense moved back here. That one's smothered, foul, right field. It's to the concourse. Here's the lights have come on at the stadium. Wind blown out towards right field. Ganter waving the bat, the 0-2. Driven to third, that is going to be Aruja Wayao, is going to have to make the throw across the diamond. It's on the money. And there is 1 out in the inning. Ryder Cutlip, the Raptor hitter, the DH. 3 strikeouts on the scorecard. Hopes to buck that trend. Perez trying to settle in. He's gone an inning so far.
22, your designated hitter from Gonzaga, Ryder Cutlip.
It was after Hunter Schwenk got just 1 out, allowing the 4 runs in the 8th, and 2 of those were earned. This is away and upstairs for ball 1. Starter in this game, Taylor Brenneman for Marion, went 6, allowing no runs on 2 hits. That dives on the outside corner for a strike. Raptors may pull anything out here if they can get this one close enough or get some guys on. Who have bats on the bench. They want to go that route or get the situational matchup. But they're going to need Cutlip likely to get on. Haka's on deck. You've got, as it states, Jackson Upton in the hole. The pitch to the plate. And that beams in the zone for a strike. Cutlip facing cowbells and the lights on at the Rourke. 1 out, nobody on. And that is strikeout number 4 for Ryder Cutlip, as the breaking pitch at 75 goes through the bat, and there are 2 outs in the inning. So it's Evan Jaquez, the second baseman. Last chance for the Ridgefield Raptors. Berries win here. They've got the series. First pitch. Shoots low, and that's a ball. Jaquez walked his last time up. One of the 2 first guys to score after the error by Danny Weidman in the 8th. 2 more would come around there to equal a 4-run inning, as this is shot outside, ball 2. Raptors, if they lose this one, would be 2-4 in the young year. Now the pitch. And a little low for ball 3. Jaquez can get on. The tying run would be at the plate. A 3-0 from Perez. High and tight, ball 4. It'll be up to Jackson Upton here. Ridgefield to, well, got a little ahead of myself. Upton turns around. He will be in the dugout because there's a pinch hitter for Ridgefield. And Upton got his practice swings in, but Ridgefield draws the pump fake. They bring out another hitter, and this one is going to be Jose Mariano out of the College of the Canyons. Has 1 hit in game 1. That was a double, and he scored an RBI from that. 3 walks in the game yesterday. He's the tying run. Mariano has to get the hit here. Really continue that, or a walk. Continue this one as he sees a ball upstairs. Takata, the top of the order, is right behind him. And that would be where Ridgefield certainly wants to get to start cranking some hits. Pressure's on Perez, and his pitch fouled back. So that's the last thing Perry's want to have here is any walks. That was how Jaquez got on, but last night issued 17, and so far today have been much better in that department. That's the one thing they can't afford. Raptors took advantage for 12 runs because of that last night, and we'll have a check swing, and Mariano is going to go around, so this is the last strike for the Raptors to ride tonight. Counts at 1-2, 2 gone. Here's Perez for the Berries. And he draws a foul ball from Mariano. Gonna kick out onto the campus of Ridgefield High School. Runner at first is Evan Jaquez. He walked to continue the game. Now the 1-2 with 2 away. Mariano grinds it foul, and they'll stay alive. He's getting into personal applause, each one of those that he can hit back. Trying to just keep the at-bat continuing. The Raptors rely on him here with 2 down and a 2-run deficit. Joseph Perez, the pitch. That is too far away from Mariano, ball 2. Here we have everyone sitting down, cool as a cucumber for this moment in their dugout. The 2-2. Mariano thought about it. Doesn't go around, and that's ball 3. Last second appeal to the base umpire, Brandon Lane, and it is a full count. After that still. Mariano the tying run. Taylor Takata the winning run on deck. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, it's grinded foul again to the backstop. Wasn't that bad here for Mariano. He has made Perez really work here. Not let him off the hook easy, the Arizona native. Another full count offer with 2 outs and 1 on. Mariano swung on that pitch, couldn't come up with it in this one's history.
The Raptors lose a heartbreaker 6-4 to the Marion Berries.
The Marion Berries in their first ever West Coast League Series pick up the win against Ridgefield. They win 2 out of 3, 6-4. The final here in Game 3 to take the series. And we welcome you into the short post-game show here in Ridgefield. And what a night for the Berries. A solid win. They faced a scare at the end, but they didn't give up and just hold the line. They did. Marion, it started with the strong start for Taylor Brenneman. He went 6, allowing no runs on 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Alex Chavez had an inning. He went scoreless there and 2 strikeouts. You then had Hunter Schwenk, who gave up the 4, 2 of those runs earned. And of course, you had Perez going an inning and 2/3, did not allow a run. No hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And on the side for Marion, Will Stickney went 1 for 4, the walk and a strikeout. Anthony Cepeda went 2 for 4, 2 runs. Alex Greb 1 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Jake Dodge went 0 for 2. Aruja Wayao goes 1 for 3 with a run, an RBI. And Ridgefield on their side going 1 for 4 with Jordan Hockett. He had the 2 RBIs on the double, and then an RBI from Noah Carliner. As we had the starter Joe Fredericks go 2 1/3. He allowed 5 runs, 4 of those earned on 2 hits, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Dawson Downs goes nearly 4 and allows just 1 run on 3 hits, 4 strikeouts for him for Ridgefield. And Owen Harper going a scoreless 3 to close things out. However, you would not get the finish there by Ridgefield. It was unable to come back after the 4-run rally in the 8th inning, and that would do it. And so after that one, of course, the Berries walking off with the series win. They take 2 out of 3. They win Game 1 and Game 3 today. So the Berries now off to Portland to play 3, and then the Raptors on the road to Walla Walla. You can join me for first pitch at 7:05 tomorrow. We'll have a pregame at about 6:55 live from Borleski Stadium. That's going to start the weekend series. And so again, Game 1, 7:05 tomorrow. You can go to ridgefieldraptors.com/stream to join and listen live on the audio there from Borleski. It's going to be over 4 hours in the bus ride to get there. But the Raptors will look forward to it after this loss here tonight. One more time, final score is 6-4, and the Berries take away the winner. They win by 2 runs over the Raptors. Join me at Borleski tomorrow. So long, everyone. Thanks for stopping by the stream. We really appreciate it, and hope you also check out our audio stream for tomorrow and our YouTube stream for every home game. Patrick McCall signing out from the Ridgefield Raptors home stadium at the Rourke, here just north of the border of Oregon.